Duelist of the Friendship Cup by Draggy C. Chapter 26. King of Destruction, Sunset and Twilight versus Sombra. Part 1. Sunset Life Points 8,000. I will allow you two to take the first selves. If that's how you Twilight, go for it. Her dual disc drew her opening hand, spreading them out evenly. She's breathing heavily, cut fully. She's not ready for this. She shook her head and winced. Who am I to talk? We're still both recovering from that shadow game. She looked at Sombra, who was watching Twilight. We both said, you have to be careful. I summoned Brian! Hand to the light sword in attack mode! Twilight set her card on her dual disc, and a purple scarf appeared in the dagger. Attack point 1700. I activate Ryan's ability. Once per turn, I can send 2 cards from the top of my deck to the graveyard. And if I hit him as a light sworn monster, Ryan gains 200 dual disc beat as 2 cards. My set cards were Giant, so Ryan gets a power boost. Ryan, attack point 19. Sunset pursed her lip. The set for the moment. I set a card and end my turn. During my end phase, Twilight let out a breath and lowered her arm. Twilight sacked 31 cards. My move. Her hand and held them out. Using the Scale 3 Harmony Guardian Gracia, Scale 5 Harmony Guardian Harnessus, I set the pendulum scales. She swung her arm and placed it onto her dual disc. Pillars of yellow and orange light rose from the ground on either yellow and green armored Gracia and orange armored Harnessus floating overhead within the light. Harmony Guardian Magnanimity! A woman in pale blue armor shaped like crystal shards materialized in front of Sunset. Rapier strapped around her waist. Attack points 1200. I pendulum summon! From my hand, I call Harmony Guardian Pietas! A portal opened between Sunset's 2 monsters, and a streak of blue light shot to the field next to Magnanimity. Light faded to reveal a warrior wearing swirly curved armor in pale blue and holding a spear with a jagged tip. Attack point 1600. Since I special summon a Harmony Guardian, the effect of Magnanimity activates, letting me draw a card. Sunset took another card set in the tray. I set a face-down card and end my turn. Very well. Sombra smiled as his disc ejected the top card for his draw, reached down to pick it up. Sunset turned her head to check on her teammate. Twilight's hand at her side was shaking, eyes glued to Sombra. Twilight. The other girl looked at her. Sunset gave a firm nod. We could do this. Twilight inhaled and nodded back. Can you? Sombra said softly, looking over the cards in his hand. Your confidence is high in this place. He raised his eyes and lowered his fingers on 2 cards. He looked at his cards and flipped them over. Using the Scale 1 DD Savant Copernicus and the Scale 8 DD Savant Nicolia, I set the pendulum scales. Sunset's eyes widened. What? Beams of blue and red light shine through the air with a golden gyroscope, rings rotating around the central core of a bright orange energy. A pair of blue, the contract slowed and stopped. When the red energy beam came into my camp, how does he have pendulum monsters? Going over the field. I have no idea. Sombra chuckled. Think it would be yours alone. Creating new card types is unique, but the power to create new spreads aren't storage or acquire their secrets directly from you. But for now, I have learned enough of your pendulum cards to manifest my own. Would you like to see what they're capable of? Allow me to show you. I pendulum summon. Nicola gathered above Sombra, forming a circular portal. From my hand, from an orange light rose a humanoid canine with 2 furry around its body and a snake-eyed down under it. The orange light receded to reveal a figure with a pair of white wings and a black wing emerging from its left arm and claws. Attack point. Changed my Orthos to level 3. Orthos briefly lit up a dark orange light. Orthos in my level 4 Baphomet. Baphomet glowed green and split into 4 wings. The rings floated around Orthos. Sombra spin up feathers of demon of canines. Align your power and invoke the form of a storming demon king. Sombra's eyes flashed as he grabbed his card from his dual disc. Synchro Summon! Arise, level 7 DDD Gust King Alexander! The ground in front of Sombra burst apart in a funnel of wind. The winds receded to reveal a towering knight in pale gray armor. Circular crest on its armor lit up blue as it bellowed and thrust its sword into the air. Attack points 2500. Sombra smiled and reached to his hand as Alexander descended to the ground. I now summon DD Lilith from the ground next to glowing yellow eyes. Defense, allowing me to return my DD Orthos when summoning a DD monster activates Alexander's effect, letting me revive my DD. Alexander swung its sword to the side and fired a gray tip. Like expanded into the form of Bufferment, then faded. I feel like the monster kneeling beside it. I now overlay my Bufferment. Using my 2 level 4 monsters, I could strut the overlay network. Lilith and Bufferment turned into nebulous black masses that slid together. The writhing form of flashing and ultimating, Sombra held a hand towards him. Demon of petals and demon of feathers, unite your powers and evoke the form of a crashing demon king. He clenched his fist and brought it back. XYZ summon. Come forth, rank 4, DDD Wave King Caesar! A torrent of water sprayed up from the black mass. It tore apart Sombra's monster and climbed out. A knight in dark purple and silver armor, with a massive broadsword in his 2 hands. 2 orbs of blue light orbiting it. It swung the sword out with a loud growl and stepped in line with Alexander. Attack points 2400. Sombra smiled. Alas, I do not have the ability to fusion summon at the moment, or else I would demonstrate you the full power of my demon kings. But no matter. The 2 I have now will suffice well enough. Sombra pointed across the field. DDD Wave King Caesar! Attack Riot, hang of the light sword! Caesar, the ground shaking with his footsteps. I activate my trap card! Twilight called, reaching to her dual disc. Trap! Light sword barrier! By sending 2 and negate your attack on a light sword monster! Twilight's card projected a shield of glowing light around Raiden. Star's attack, the monster landing in front of Sombra. Very well. Sombra gave a short nod, then turned its eyes to Twilight. Let us see if your ally has comparable defenses. DDD, Garmy and Hardy magnanimity. Alexander lifted it with his sword over her head. Unfortunately for you, I stab card. The quick play spell Harmony Shock. By returning my Harmony card to the Pietas turned into an orb of blue light. It was drawn to sunset spell Alexander of Wave King Caesar. Sombra tapped his dual disc screen, opening it came into his particles. Ferment as an XYZ material, Caesar will revive all destroyed monsters. A defied monster. It lit up blue as lightning struck it. It could be in my graveyard. A flurry of wind next to Caesar appeared and dispersed, revealing Alexander again. I will set 1 card and end my turn. Gained. She looked at the field. He may have some pendulum monsters. But those monsters aren't. That becomes with a payment. Speaking with, my turn. Twilight drew and paused. During my standby phase, the 1,000 red. Red station. 1,000. That's a red. He put the card in his hand over. And I'm sure. Since I just took damage, Orthros summons itself to my side in the field in defense mode. Sombra set his card in a tray out of a blue portal. Summoning Orthros allowed me to revive my DD Lilith. Narrow portal. This then activates lowest effect. Returning my DD have him, Twilight replied. Other Raiden is a tribute to summon Celestia. Light realized a woman with bright blue hair, white and gold arm, white wings sprang out from her back. She twirled a staff of a sun emblem and said, I activate Celestia's special ability. By sending the top 4 cards to summon her, Celestia lets me destroy 2 cards on the field. Twilight pointed. I choose your Alexander as Caesar. Now let's make the effect of Caesar. Detaching its second rays. Sombra tapped his dual disc, and a second blue orb surrounded Caesar dispersed. But for now, they're gone. Celestia pointed out her staff and fired. The beam struck Alexander as Caesar in the assaulted flashes of light. Twilight's dual disc beat, drawing her attention to it. She reached from her graveyard. One of the 4 cards I milled for Celestia's effect was Fearless, Light-Sworn Archer. When she sent from me to a monster's effect field. A figure with cat ears and blue tail appeared in front of Twilight, garbed in a white and blue uniform, with leather armor over her torso. These are on the field. Defense points 2,000. I also will be activating an effect. Sombra reached his deck. King Caesar is removed from the field. I can add a dark contract card from my deck to my hand. Sombra's card ejected to his fingers and he flipped it over. I will take this. Fine. As for me, I use the effective field to discard 3 cards from my fantasy in a flash after. The arrow pierced Arthur's chest and exploded in the same light. Twilight's deck 21 cards. Monster, my DD Arthros goes to the west. Sword Angel, attack DD Lilith! Firing a ray of light at Lilith. The rose monster wilted. It turned out face, Twilight said. And when you do, divide. Sombra smiled as his monsters rose from the ground, swirls of pale wind, and was summoned again. Her effect activates to add DD Orthros from my extra deck to my hand. Card and end my turn. She looked over at sunset, handed her dual disc. It's going to keep recycling its monsters over and over with little to no. So he drew and paused. It's my standby phase. So you take 1,000 damage for each monster revived by Caesar last turn. Sombra's monster spark lit up red. I think not. Sombra closed the screen of Soul Disc. I have. Since I'm about to take damage versus that damage, it restores my life points by the same amount. The red aura around Sombra's monsters shifted to blue, and I'm swirling to his dual disc. 10,000. Such a gritted teeth. Damn! I am not one to make such reckless plays without a form of assurance. Sombra said. That is what, Simmer. Thanks for the concern, but Sunset replied. I call upon the monsters in my pendulum zones. Using the Scale 3 Gracia and the Scale 5 Hyenistus. I pendulum summon! Flying above her, Gracias and Hyenistus held up their hands and concert a portal between them. From my hand, I summon Harmony Guardian Infernal Bellus from my extra deck. I summon Harmony Guardian PX Aura Blue Light. Sire descended a warrior in dark green and red armor, holding a scythe of a glowing blue blade. Attack points 1,000. Sunset held her hand towards Gracia. Turn, I can return a special summon monster you control to the deck. I'll get rid of Life King Caesar. An orb of yellow light circles up. The light struck Caesar and dissolved. Sunset took a breath. Phantom Harmony Guardian Infernal Bellus. Once per turn, I can conduct a fusion summon and use Bellus and a Harmony Guardian monster on my pendulum for Gracia! A dark purple vortex opened in the air above Sunset. Bellus was drawn into it as Gracia's light pillar faded and she followed. Sunset's eyes flashed red as he spoke. I unite the spirits of the dark musicians! She held her hand up in the air. Fusion sorry, Infernal Indicium! The future vortex dispersed. Sunset's monster deep purple with spikes on her boots and gauntlet, or his wings stretching in the air. She reached up and summoned a large mace to her hand. The spikes crackling with orange energy. Attack points 2,100. Sombra's eyebrows lifted. So, you managed to control your magic. I'm quite impressed. Sunset nodded, and I didn't need any help from you to pull it off either. I just needed faith in myself, and to remember my friends have faith in me. Ah, your friends. So very impressed to see you. Sombra soared. Let me show you the full extent of your powers, Sunset Shimmer. We shall see how far faith can take you. I'm only just getting started. First, since I special summon a Harmony Guardian, the effects of Magnanimity and Pietas activate. I can draw a guard, and Indicium is allowed to attack twice this turn. Sunset pumped her fist. But first, I overlay Magnanimity and Pietas. Using my 2 level 4 monsters, I can strike the overlay network. Sunset's monsters glowed bright blue and slid together in front of her, the light growing brighter, obscuring them. I aligned the spirits of the Guardian of Generosity and the Guardian of Loyalty. I put the mental gaze to call upon the liveliest of dark musicians. Sunset's card appeared in her hands. She swung into her dual disc. XYZ summon! Awaken! Break for Harmony Guardian and Final Summon! When the flash of light dispersed, revealing a warrior in dark blue and pink armor with leathery wings on her back. She drew a pair of curved pink daggers from her waist and twirled them between her fingers before thrusting them towards Sombra. Attack points 1,500. Sunset flipped over another card in her hands. I now equip Aditya with the Eclipse spell, Harmony Necklace, raising her attack power by 500 points. Aditya looked down as the necklace appeared around her breastplate, a shield with 6 gemstones dangling from the chain. Attack points now 2,600. With that, Aditya is strong enough to take down your Alexander, Sunset called. Sombra's eyes lifted slightly. Aditya, yes. You had best do so promptly then. It's my turn, isn't it? She looked over the cards in front of Sombra. He has no face-down cards. The only cards in his hands are ones I'm capable of, especially now that he has Pendulum, a monster that powerful in play. Hardy D. Gus King Alexander! Aditya charged across. Alexander spun, swinging the mace into the chest. Alexander groaned under the impact and crumpled back, exploding in a life points 9,900. Sunset gave a small smile. Now Aditya in fact activates. When he destroys a monster in battle, you take damage equal to the destroyed monster's defense points. DCM held her mace towards Sombra and fired an order. I'm afraid not. Sombra looked at his head and smiled. In order to actually turn blue, crap. Persist for the rest of the turn I active. Damaging effect of DCM will also be reversed. The blue aura fades life points. Now what? Well, there's still a matter of your turn is not over. To attack a DCM twice, as I recall. And when I destroy life points. Sunset's hand clenched, but I still have Sonari to attack with. Down Nim, I stick to Lilith. And thus do I regain her defense points. Several life points. 14th whispered. Yeah. Harmony Guardian Frozen Art! Out. Several life points. 12,600. I end my turn. Sunset took a breath. He has a long life points. But I have Sonare to protect me. Twilight has her trap for herself. We can do this. Then it is my turn again. Summer drew and reached up to his hand. I'll begin with this card I'm sure you're expecting. If you change the demonic hand rose from the ground in front of Sombra, I'll take a contract written. This affords me the right to add a DD monster from my deck to my hand once per turn. I will stand by phase. I will invoke this power now. Sombra's deck lit up green and its card ejected. He grabbed it and held it up. I will add DDD Supreme King Kaiser to my hand. Set effective power on the monsters in my pendulum zones. Sombra held up 3 cards. Using the scale 1 DD Sovereign Copernicus and the scale 8 DD Savant Nicola, I pendulum summon. A soaring blue and red vortex opened from between Sombra's floating monsters, without 3 strikes of red light. From my hand, I summon DD Orthos, DD Berfelman, and DDD Supreme King Kaiser. Guys, this is not easy to say all these Ds. Berfelman and Orthos yielded on the other side of Sombra's newest monster, clad in bright silver armor with a flowing red cape and kilt. Kaiser towered over the two, the eyes glowing in the shallow opening of a silver helmet, with spikes lining the bomb. Kaiser reached behind his back and swung out a massive curved blade, as long as it was tall, gripping the handle with both hands. Attack points 2800. Since it was pendulum summoned, the effect of Supreme King Kaiser activates. Sombra snapped his fingers. For the rest of his turn, the effects of all face-up cards on my opponent's field are negated. Kaiser drew back his field. Twilight's light storm barriers, and while the same happened to Sunsets and Daisy and Sonare. We're defenseless, Twilight hissed. Quite right, but I'm not yet prepared to attack. Summon a card, Dark Hunt, using my monsters in hand or field once per turn. If I am summoning a demon in my graveyard for diffusion, I will do Sander in the graveyard. Above Sombra, a purple vortex spun out of the empty air. Spectres of Lilith and Alexander appeared before him and were drawn into it. Demon of Petals, the demon of his hand out, his card appearing in his summon. DDD Oracle King Diark. Monster, slim silver and gold armor descended out of the fusion portal, a pair of leathery wings spreading into the. She raised her head, a silver mask covering her eyes, while a small pair of sword. Sombra looked down at his field. And then, of course, there's the matter of Berfelman and Orthos to see to. I'm sure you already know what is to be done with them. Using my 2 level 4 monsters, I could strike the Orthos, turn to a vicious black mass and pull together. Sword of canines, unite your power, King. XYZ summon. Come forth, rank 4, DDD, Wave King. The Black Mass receded, revealing Sombra's monster, purple armor shining and sword held over his shoulder. For the moment, my pendulum monsters have served their purpose. So, I needed them. Sombra waved his hands towards the central monster. I activate the effect of DDD Supreme King Kaiser. During the turn it was pendulum summoned, I could destroy 2 spell or trap cards on my side of the field. Kaiser can perform an intentional attack for each. I destroyed the 2 cards in my pendulum zones. Kaiser held his sword up, metal gleaming. Sombra's Copernicus and Nickel lit up red, and the light pillars around him vanished. The 2 turned into air as he glowed into Kaiser's sword, the metal glowing bright red. And now, my battle phase. Sombra thrust his hand out. DDD Supreme King Kaiser attacked Harmony Guardian Infernal Adesium! Kaiser charged across the field, sword raised. Stepped in front of Daisium, blinking the blade down over it. Daisium screeched as he was bisected and scattered. A blast of wind washing over Sunset. Her arm raised to shield her face. Sunset life points 7,300. Next, I attacked Harmony Guardian Infernal Sonare. Kaiser pivoted on his heel and sliced through Sonare, monster exploding. Sunset life points 6,000. Sunset lowered her arm. Lightly, went in my empty pendulum cell above her. Sonare rematerialized above opposite Hanesis. It'll do you no good against my third attack. Sunset against his helmet. But this sword slung it down. The ground cracked under the impact. Sunset tumbled. Attack Oracle King Diark. Attacked Sunset directly as well. Diark coiled his legs and sprinted forward. 400. Sombra let out a chuckle. A pity for you, I have 1 monster left to attack. I was in Sunset pushed her. Sombra gave a small smirk. Yes, Sunset, but your best was not enough. He thrust his hand out. DDD King slept, twirling sword over his head. Must be something I can think of my hand. She raised her king to seize her. Eyes white as he snapped her head to the side, so it looked over. Twilight? Handed her a dual disc hologram showing activate Call of the Earth Vow when you declare an attack. For this bout, I can select your attack target. I make Wave King Caesar raised between his palms. Caesar sword struck it. Twilight life points 7,900. Climbed to her feet and smiled. You saved me. Twilight 9. Of course. Not gonna leave my team, but futile. Tens of battle over 12,000 monsters. While one of you clings with a handful of points, none of you has any monsters left at all. What's the green air is coming from his eyes? Sombra shook his head. This duel is good as over with for the both of you. Uh-oh.